I'm out in a different country and I started to say to myself, man, how good is the NBA about to get now that all these trades came through? And especially the talk of the towns, obviously, is your boys, the Phoenix Suns, and the acquisition of Kevin Durant. They lost Mikal Bridges, yeah. They lost Cam Johnson. But let me tell you, very quietly and sneakily on the off market, they added two players that, in my mind, are better than, yes, you heard that right, are better than, at this time, Cam Johnson or Mikal Bridges. Mikal just came up with a big 45-point game for the Brooklyn Nets, proving that he has a little bit more in the tank than some may think. But your boys on the Suns just added Durant alongside Mr. Booker and Chris Paul. I want to talk about the dynamics of the team because there's one guy I didn't mention who's probably the biggest X factor that's really going to make the difference in this team. And it's not anything they traded for. It's the big guy inside that needs to live up to his potential. The man of the hour is going to be DeAndre Ayton. He's the guy that's going to put him over the top. We're not looking at the same young, snuff, fresh Chris Paul. Just not that. But let's talk about the acquisitions, as no one's talked about it, but I am. Sneakily through the acquisition phase, they added on Darius Bazley. Darius Bazley, a potential star, okay? A potential star for the OKC Thunder that was not getting any minutes, okay? This guy's ceiling, this kid's ceiling, okay? I'm the basketball guy. Check if I'm wrong. Check my old videos. I know I got a lot of subscribers, but check my shit. Stephen A. Smith will be fucking cleaning my shoes. I'm the predictor, okay? I love the dude, but I'm the predictor. I'm sorry. I know talent. I know talent. That's my gift. I don't got talent, but I know talent. Darius Bazley has an upside potential of being an all-star at a minimum. At a minimum. When you see a guy 6'9", 6'10", with his abilities, you're talking about a more fluid, in my opinion, what's the dude from the Knicks? Randall. A much more fluid Randall at a minimum. Okay, that's the type of play you got with Bazley. Okay. We move on to the other side of it. One of the guys I loved coming up was a Toronto killer from the Raptors. You add on Terrence Ross. All right. It pays the cost to be the boss. You add on Terrence Ross, a superlative shooter. Mikal, you just got 45. I believe Terrence has done that before. The dude is a scoring god. Scoring god. He makes up for the pain caused by Landry Shamet and Mr. Payne's injury, who are technically the backup guards for the squad. Okogie comes in defensively. Okay, he's been there. Nice pickup for them. I just mentioned Shaman and Payne for more shooting. Okay, so now you got like two deadly shooters on the bench at a minimum, and a potential you could say three. And Ross, Shaman, and I mean you could throw in Payne in there too, right? I mean Payne's been good when he's been given the moments. But there's one more guy, right? On top of all this bullshit. Hey, again, Mikal, you scored 45. There's a guy that was leading the Indiana Pacers in scoring at one point on this squad. The sneaky move that no one's talked about. Terrence Warren on top of that shit is on the Phoenix Suns right now. Defensively, it's going to be a lot of question marks with this squad. There's going to be a lot to need to gain on this squad. Would like another defensive animal there. But you got a Kogi. You got Biyombo. And I'm sorry to say, Mr. Darius Baisley, your one may be that. And then Torrey Craig, right? Torrey Craig's on the outside. So you got enough. You got enough for a championship team. Those guys should be able to cause enough disruption to make it difficult. Okay? So we talked about Warren as the new addition from a scoring perspective. If they thought Harden, Durant, and Kyrie was scary, I'm going to tell you this squad is scarier than Kyrie, Harden, and Durant because of the bench work that they got. Now I know they had Harris and you had it on Curry. I mean, you could argue, right? You could argue, right? You could argue that shit. But now you got so you match your Curry, you match your Harris. Those are your big shooters on the other side of the ball, right? Cam Thomas, the young rook, right? That was another ball player right there. Man, what a squad they had. But they never had a fucking DeAndre Ayton, that's for sure. They never had a DeAndre Ayton on that squad. So you add on those dynamics of Harris is from the Nets, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. Harris, you got your Curry, right? You got your Cam Thomas. You had your Kyrie, Harden, and Durant, all right? Let me go one for one, even though he's not there. Chris Paul is going to be your Irving because he's going to make up for it in his ball control, okay? No, he's not there at his age right now, but his ball control is going to make up for a lot of this shit. Devin Booker is there. Amen, okay? You add on Durant, okay? Devin Booker versus Harden, good argument. Okay, good argument. In my opinion, Devin Booker is better, more efficient. Okay, you miss the assist with Booker. Okay, you get in Durant's Durant. Boom, that's your three. Okay, who makes up for the Harris? You could even throw on a Shamet or Payne as guys that are equal to, right? Put those two together, equal to. What about a Warren Shamet? Is that equal to that? Yeah, I mean, I'm doing too much. I think one of those guys is equal to a Harris. Okay, that's my humble opinion. All right, that's my humble opinion. And then the other thing you need, right, when you look at the bench, you talk about a Cam Thomas. You don't necessarily have that, but you kind of do. Cam Thomas before Cam Thomas was Terrence Ross. Terrence Ross is a smoothed over veteran of Cam Thomas. That's what you got. All right. Now, who else you trying to go through the bench? You trying to say, who else do we got then? You fucking added on Darius Baisley. You got Darius Baisley, your potential all-star on the bench that you're grooming. Incredible athleticism. Can get the ball in the hole at 6'9", 6'10". Guys, this may be the scariest team in the NBA. Barring no injuries. And hoping this, and I didn't even go through it like I should have because I can really break it down. I just went through the one for ones, and the ones for ones, Phoenix is already on top. There's no doubt about it. When the Nets let go of Andre Drummond and guys like that, I mean, it made no sense. Those are guys you keep. That was a perfect matchup for that lineup. The offense wasn't flowing correctly. I don't know who to blame that on. Was it Harden? Was it the coaching? I don't know. But the Phoenix Suns right now are the team to watch. 5th overall, 32-28. There are signs that, I hate to say it, other teams should have made more moves. When we look at the standings and the other squads here and their little additions here and there, and the Lakers are out of it. With this squad here, I'm sorry, the Lakers are gone. I mean, there's really, really a slim chance in hell. They got a nice lineup. They got some good help. But it's not championship enough. And again, good move by the Lakers front office. They try to make moves. Memphis, I think, didn't do enough, but they're going to say we didn't need to do enough. We're already a cohesive team. They can win off of being together. Sacramento, great run, not enough. I don't think they're enough. Clippers, scary. Do they add in Westbrook? Think they need to. I think Westbrook is a must. Not sure why they let go of Wall. Wasn't working out, but Westbrook is a must for the Clippers. That'll give them an addition to Man, who's a big excitement player. They'll have a good three and Zubac. I still don't think that's enough for the Suns team. I still don't think that's enough because the shooting of Westbrook's not going to match anyone on the Suns. Dallas brings in Kyrie. Should make a good run. Not good enough. Again, in the West Coast. Denver moves some players. We'll go in. Let me just quickly look at this real quick, right? The state of the Sun, man. Let's see who they added, but they didn't really need to add much, right? Because the young boys are coming in now. Reggie Jackson was sneak. These are sneak ads, and this is gonna be a separate video for them. Let me not go there, but Reggie Jackson was a sneaky ad for the squad. All right, they're pretty much loaded as well, and they have some good height with this squad. So that's the other scary thing about this team. They can also probably score with the best of them. Okay, respect on that. Ish Smith, their guard situation is really lovely. Actually, they went too deep on from a guard perspective. Not sure why Reggie Jackson went to the squad. Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. All right, doesn't make any sense to me. Again, Clippers with Bones Highland, couple additions, right? Let's quickly look at those additions and where it takes them. I believe Bones Highland's come over. Okay, there he goes, right? Big time score. Eric Gordon's come over. Big time score. So they got a lot of help from 3-pointers. It's going to be very, very fucking interesting. Power defensively. I think their problems inside, and they're not covering it, right? Plumlee was added. They got Zubac, 2 bigs. I don't think that's enough, but they are also a loaded team. Look at the loaded team. Look at Markieff Morris on that squad too, guys. Don't sleep on them, all right? The West is where it's at. I'm not going to lie to you. This is where it's at. Dallas, again, a lot of additions. They're gonna be salivating. New Orleans just got hit between a rock and a hard place, and Minnesota's trying to make the playoffs. I mean, this West Coast is the championship. Okay, there's nothing else to discuss. There's nothing else to look at. The West Coast is the championship run. Okay, if I'm OKC, I should be tanking. Okay, in my opinion. Because I'm going to know, even if I make it in the playoffs, the best I'll be with the current team I have, even if you add on their number 1 pick, is maybe 5th or 6th place because of the depth of what you have on the West Coast. It's too deep. Utah trying to make a run. Portland is a sleeper team. Lakers got a long road, guys. Lakers got a long fucking road. Portland's another team. Again, these will all be separate videos for these squads and what it makes them be. They added some nice depth. Okay. Damian Lillard, Simons, Bulls. Then you add on Cam Reddish and Thibault on the sneaker. On the fucking sneaker. You add those two on. Jeremy Grant can play a lot of different roles on this team. They're a solid team. I mean, they're definitely a playoff team. They don't have enough of a big 3 developed yet, is what I'm saying. I think they got a big 3, but not developed yet to be able to make a run. But they're looking good. They're looking good. They got everything. They got everything you want. This is how tough it is on the West Coast. It's crazy. It's crazy. Utah and Oklahoma City are doing it as a team cohesively. Golden State didn't really make much of a move, right? Let's take a look at Minnesota. I'm going to leave it at that, man. This is much watch TV. All right, I'm back on it. Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, McDaniels, good. Anderson, good. Solid team. Okay, nothing great. Solid. They need Towns back. They then they'll have their big 3, maybe big 4 with Conley. Does it put them over the river, over the edge? No. I don't even think they'll make the playoffs. Because of all the trade that just happened. I think Golden State will go on a run, and Golden State made a quick, light move with adding some defense back. Gary Payton Jr. comes back. Okay, they left their boy, right? They left their boy in James Wiseman. Kuminga's not even playing, really, to be straight up honest with you. Has not come along at all. Okay, so much for development because it's not working out. I don't know if this team makes it anywhere, guys. I'm sorry. I'm off the faith of Steph Curry. You may make the playoffs. In the beginning of the year, I was touting them to make the championship run. But now, if Wiseman was traded, for me, that was their X factor. I'm sorry. I don't know where this team goes. They're not good enough. They're just not good enough. There's not enough pieces here. They traded in one of their best pieces. Okay, Kuminga more than likely is going to be traded as well. He can't take being on the back burner for this long. This guy's a superior talent. Out of Jersey. Shout outs to you, Eastwick. I know it. St. Patty's Day. I know it, Coming. I know what you got back there, brother. I know you. I seen you. I know what you got. He got to get moved. He got to ask for a trade. It's not working out for him with the squad. I'm going to sign off here. Your boy Step Back, man. This shit's crazy out there, man. NBA is nuts. It is much watch TV. There's nothing else to say about it, my people. There's nothing else to say about it. The championship will come from the West, and it's loaded from 1 to 13. Loaded, full of wars. 1 through 13. I didn't even touch the Lakers, didn't want to, okay? I think they're barely made the playoffs, and I don't think they are. Okay? It's not going to help them. There's too much talent in the West. You damn near now need to make a full-out 5-person all-star team to win in the West. That's where we're at. Your boy Step Back. I'm out of here. Peace. Wow.